Welcome, Aries placements. In this reading, we'll gain clarity on the next 3 months, starting with what you're currently dealing with, what's coming towards you in the near and then long term, and then we'll get you some messages of guidance and encouragement from your guides. So to start, I want to see what type of astrological influences are impacting you currently. So we have the second house, trine, Scorpio. Okay. All right. So I'm feeling like you feel in tune with what you are going through with your finances. And when I say like going through, I mean like, yeah, you're deciding what needs to be adjusted, what needs to be changed, where you could strengthen your finances, where you may be able to add some extra income. It's like you're evaluating where you are and considering where you want to be and how you can get there. So it feels like for some of you that you may feel like you're being divinely guided here in a sense. It's like things are falling into place as you're looking at things, you're realizing and recognizing immediately. Like just for instance, if you're going through and looking at ways that you can cut down costs, you're doing that with ease. Now, I'm not saying that some things that you give up aren't going to be a little bit challenging for you, or, you know, a little bit of a strain, but you're at least recognizing immediately like, okay, I can cut this, and this out. I don't necessarily use these subscriptions, so they can go. Yeah, everything's just kind of flowing smoothly as it relates to that. And I feel like you're also allowing yourself to be divinely guided in this process. So that's also what's kind of making it not as difficult. Let's see, what else do we have here? Okay. Yeah, I feel like you feel like this is a part of the transformation process and a part of the process to you aligning with what your goals are and allowing you to reach your goals sooner. Yeah. Okay, so we have strength coming out. So I feel like this process that you're going through is making you stronger, and it's allowing for you to be more confident in achieving your goals and trusting yourself and trusting that you're going to get there. And you're learning to live without certain things, and that like, okay, well, you know, maybe I can enjoy massages, you know, once a month as opposed to 2 times a month, you know, like just simple things like that. You are going through and saying like, okay, how can I, you know, better manage my finances and prepare for things that may be coming down the line, and you're making those changes. Okay, yeah. And so this is you like really strengthening your finances and also being able to support others. So you may, as part of this process, find ways where you can offer support to the community, to family members, to your partner. You're going to have those extra finances to do that. Okay. Then we have 9 of Pentacles and 5 of Swords. Okay. So yeah, you're finding creative ways to make yourself happy. And like I said, you are kind of going through and you're eliminating things that are just wasteful to you as your definition, what you're considering them to be, not mine, not anyone else's. But yeah, things that you feel like you may be wasting money on here and there, like you are definitely cutting those things out. And I feel like also being more appreciative of what you do have. So like that massage that you're cutting down on, when you do go, it's like you're so enthusiastic about going, like you're waiting for it, you're thinking about it, you feel really rejuvenated, you feel very appreciative that you're able to still do that, and you have like this renewed sense of gratitude for the things that you do have and for the blessings that you are able to experience at this time, even though you are in the process of cutting things out and strengthening your finances and being more financially mature. Okay. All right, yeah, and so I feel like the Five of Swords energy is also, this may be something that you're doing within the family unit. So it's not just about you going through and cutting out some things. You're also asking for your partner to do that, for your children to do that, and you're finding other creative ways, again, that you all can spend time. Maybe it's, cutting off one of the video subscriptions and going on walks or having dinner together. Yeah, you're finding creative ways to entertain yourself and your family. So what else is going on with Aries here? Thank you. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands. Okay, or yeah, Six of Swords, excuse me. Six of Swords. Okay, yeah, so you're moving towards something that's more fulfilling to you. And as we are speaking to the second house in your finances, like you're moving on toward a path that is going to create a lot of abundance for you, a lot of abundance and blessings, because you're putting in the work now. You're putting in that inspired action and effort and sacrifice, even in some cases, to where like in the end it's all worth it, and it's all really allowing you to strengthen your legacy and to create generational wealth. Okay, so what else? What else? Thank you. All right, so we have the Hermit. Okay. Yeah, so you are taking moments to reflect on this and how you're being impacted and how your family's being impacted by the changes that you're making. So I feel like it's not about you just cutting things out. You're also taking a moment to say like, okay, how do I feel about this? All right. I'm not getting those massages every 2 weeks now. It's monthly. So I got to find another way to enjoy myself. I'm going to journal. I'm going to take a walk. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to, you're figuring out what other self-care practices are able to be instituted to assist you and support you as part of the reflection process. You're also reflecting on the progress that you're making by making these changes and adjustments. So I feel like you're bringing in a more spiritual component into it as well. Like, okay, I'm going to meditate more. I'm going to take time for myself. Okay. What else? We have Six of Cups. Okay. All right. So give me some clarity. Why the Six of Cups? Why that? Thank you. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups. And give me clarity why the Ten of Cups is in reverse here. Thank you. Okay, so we have Awakening. Okay. All right. So I feel like things are slowly falling into place and they're balancing their self out. And it's just like a part of the process. It's a part of things that are happening. So for some of you, you may be triggered by some of this and the need to pull back in some areas. It may remind you of your childhood and how you grew up and the environment that you grew up in. So there may be an opportunity for you to connect with your inner child and to just ensure your inner child that it is safe and that these changes are allowing you to be better and to be in a better situation. Okay, so you may need to give a little bit of consoling and cajoling to your inner child here, because in some cases, you may be feeling like, I don't really want to give that stuff up though. But, in the grand scheme of things, that it's making your financial situation better and making it stronger. Excuse me. So, like I said, there may be moments here where you do need to connect with that inner child and just, provide that support to the inner child. Okay. And let them know like, okay, this is temporary, or we're going to find other ways that we can be happy. Maybe ways that don't cost money. Maybe there's a couple of things that you can do that don't cost money where you're still able to have those moments of, you know, self-care, self-care and enjoyment and fun and bliss. Okay. All right, so let's see what you have coming in the immediate future. So I first want to see from an astrological perspective what we have coming. So we have some opposition, we have water, and then we have Pluto here. Okay. So I feel like you may immediately be questioning, like, yeah, so I feel like you may be triggered in some cases and be thinking like, was this the right thing to do? Can I really survive without, you know, Netflix or without, you know, that subscription service? Is this really the path that I want to go down? So I feel like there is a little bit of a struggle. There is some tension happening there. You do have to reconfirm with yourself that, like, yeah, this is all working out in my favor. It's all working out for my highest good. I am gonna move forward with this transformation and get everything together, get my finances together, get them on track, get myself where I want to be, create that generational wealth that I desire. So there are going to be moments where you do feel like, you know, you've had a setback, or you're wondering like, is it all worth it? Is it all worth it? Okay, so what else for our Aries? Thank you. Okay, so we have the King of Air. So I feel like if you are being honest with yourself and recognizing these feelings as they're coming up, calling on your spirituality is going to help you. So maybe whatever those self-care practices are, implementing them. And I would stick to those that are really raising your vibration, such as meditating, where you are connecting, where you are strengthening your connection with source and your higher self. And you can receive those downloads, that reassurance, those messages. You can connect with your guides and angels and ask them for support. So yeah, I would really look toward those self-care practices that allow you to do that, because there's many self-care practices out there, but do those that are inspiring that intuition to be strengthened, so that you can receive that support that may be necessary to you at this time as you're making these changes, as you're going through this transformation. So why is the Nine of Cups in reverse? Thank you. All right. Yeah, so I feel like in the end, you will recognize that is all worth it. Like I said, it's a little bit difficult to trust right now, but you will find that you are successful, that you do accomplish your goals, and that you do reach the state that you desire. It is just going to take a little bit of work here. Okay. And I feel like there is this component with the emotions that may cause you also a little bit of stress as well, because from an emotional perspective, you may not be feeling like as like supportive of this, like, oh, I really don't want to give up these things to get on track. But again, you will realize over time that it is for your highest good, and it is working out in your favor when you do decide to move forward with those changes. Okay, so what else? What else for Aries in the immediate future? Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands and the Moon. Yeah, okay. So I feel like you will find other things to be passionate about, and you will find new creative ways to spark and ignite that passion within yourself. And whatever you're giving up, or whatever you feel like is no longer providing value, or the value that it used to, or you just feel like this is just, it's a waste. I'm not, even watching these streaming services, like when you're giving up those types of things that are sort of like your comfort area, in your comfort zone, you will come to that understanding and acknowledge that, yeah, you know what, after all, in the long term, you know, it was something that was helpful to me. But just immediately right now, I feel like you may kind of have a little bit of struggle there. But ultimately, because we're still in the immediate, it's like a cycle that you're going to go through here. Okay, so it's like upset, like, is this right? But then you come to the conclusion of like, yeah, you know what? Things are starting to fall into place. Like I see that money going into my account. And yeah, it is worth it. Actually, it is worth it. Okay. All right. So I want to look at a little further down the line here, right? So we're looking out to 3 months here. So what influences, excuse me, do we have there? So we have fixed energy with Cancer and Yin. Okay. So I feel like you're going to start implementing, practices that are helping you to expand and to grow and to develop your spirituality. So again, with you cutting down in particular areas on more materialistic type of things is going to bring about this elevation in your spirituality, right? So you're giving up those things, but you're gaining so much clarity, knowledge, wisdom, and growth as it relates to your spirituality. Okay, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. So let's see what else. What else do you have coming here? Okay. Yeah. I feel like you're going to find new ways to enjoy yourself that are more aligned with who you are and that person that you're becoming as a result of leaving some things behind. You're going to find new and exciting ways to enjoy your time and to spend your time. Okay. And again, it's all moving you toward what you feel more passionate about and your spiritual growth. Okay, so that could be, I feel like this could be you strengthening and working more towards your spirituality. So researching that more, delving more into that, reading about spirituality and growth more. It could also be like partnerships coming through and coming into you deciding that you want to go down a different career path. Yeah, you're going to be aligning more to your authentic self as a result of this process. So what else for Aries? Thank you. Okay, so we have the 6 of Pentacles. Yes, and also you are going to continue to receive blessings and abundance. But then also you're going to be in that position where you're giving out blessings and you're supporting others. And that could be financially, or that could be with time. Okay. And you're also going to be able to better recognize individuals that could use your support. Okay, so you may be calling in soul family, and you'll be able to recognize like who is really soul family versus who is not. And then you will offer your support and guidance based off of how you intuitively feel with connecting with these different individuals. So what else? What else do we have for Aries? Okay, so 5 of Cups. Okay, so I do feel that you may, again, feel and have a couple setbacks here and there. You may feel like there's even more that you haven't, other heights, more and more higher heights that you haven't reached yet. And it's so important that in this process, on your journey, that you don't get too far ahead of yourself. And I know that is difficult to say because we are source and we know that we have everything available to us, and we know that we have it. It's just a matter of connecting with it. So I feel like you may have that little bit of nostalgic type of feeling, or even like allowing a little bit of feeling of lack to come into play here. And then what can Aries do about that? Thank you. So give me clarity on the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like you can definitely be appreciative for everything that you have and everything that you've accomplished. And invite more love into your heart. So this could be like physical love from others, from your partner, or from someone new, or this could be you just really balancing your heart chakra and continuing to run things through your heart space. Okay. So what else? What else for Aries? Thank you. Okay, and then we have the 9 of Swords here. Okay, so it also will be important for you to stay positive and to be the energy of that which you expect and you want to receive. Okay, because you like doing all this work, putting all this hard effort in and making changes and adjustments and getting your finances together or increasing them and growing them, your wealth. If you're still feeling lack, or you're still feeling like you don't have things, or you're still concerned about things that you gave up as a part of this process, then the universe is only going to bring you more of that, because that's what it's seeing you do, and that's what it's seeing and feeling is important to you. So it's going to bring you what it feels is important to you. But if you stay in that space of gratitude and appreciation, and when I say stay in that space, I mean stay with that feeling of that, you feel that, you trust that, you know that, then that is what the universe will connect with and bring back to you. Okay, so before we get some oracles, let's see anything else. Okay, so let's get you some oracle messages. What advice do we have for our Aries? Okay, so we have rainbow and hope, and then secure. Yeah, you are definitely secure in your finances. You're secure in the bag, and you are reminded to have hope and trust in you and what you will provide to you. You're co-creating your reality with the universe. So you must trust in that. And trust that you will receive and you deserve and you will have more than you can ever desire or imagine. But you have to trust that, and you have to know that. Okay, what else for Aries? So we have teaching and learning. Okay, so I feel like there's definitely some ways that you can gain some knowledge and wisdom, and it could be through connecting with soul family, or it could be through your own learning and teaching, because we talked about, I believe early on, like you may be getting education, you may be researching things, you may be learning more about some things, and here we have that confirmation here that that's going to be beneficial to you. We also have truth. Being truthful and honest with yourself about ways that you can grow and things that you can adjust to align yourself more with who you are authentically is what you're being guided to do. We also have transformation here. So we know that this is happening. This is a whole process that you're well into. So we know that. And then we have karmic completion. Wonderful. I love that, because you allowing things to leave that aren't serving you or aren't helping you to progress toward your goals is a part of the process. So allow those chapters to close, allow those things to go away, and open yourself up to what can be and to receive the blessings coming to you. So we don't want to go for it. Let's go here. We have first quarter moon in Aries. Step into your power. Yes, I love this, because this is you, Aries, being you. And then we have the divine director with intervention and purpose. All right. All right, so this is just that confirmation that you are being divinely guided, and you can at any time request support from your guides, from your higher self, from source. You can connect with your intuition and receive all of those messages. It's like this is that reminder of how powerful you are, and you're being guided to step into that power, step into your strength, and work towards your purpose, right? Okay, give me one more. So we have confidence is your key to success with the new moon in Leo. All right. So I feel like it's about having courage, being brave, and being strong to go through these processes, right? It's hard to like give up stuff when you're trying to budget, when you're like, you know, okay, I gotta cut some things out here. It is hard to do that, but you are strong, and I mean, you're Aries. You are Aries. You know that you can do this. You got this. And you can make those changes, and you're going to be just fine. And it's all setting you up for even greater things to come your way. So you will get to that point where you do have the funds, and you're able to be like, okay, yeah, I'm incorporating that back out. You know what? Now I'm getting massages every week now that, you know, everything's together. So you will definitely come back stronger and better. Okay. So let's just close out with a couple messages. I'm going to get 3 of these. So we have Persephone with dark and light. Harmony exists only with contrast. All right, so yeah, this is a wonderful message here. So when you are having those moments and you're like, this is hard, why is this so hard? Just remember that is a part of the process, and it is all aligning you with your purpose, and it's happening for your highest good. And trust in that, as we said earlier, trust and know that good things are coming to you. And you're setting yourself up, and you're aligning yourself to your path. We have, I think it's Hecate. You have to tell me. Solitude would simplify your thoughts and give yourself space. And this is also a reminder to, I feel like there's a healthy medium that you can accomplish here as far as this what you're working towards. So some of you, it's like you may give up a lot initially, and then be in that space where you're like, oh my goodness, I cut everything off, or I let everything go, and you know, there's this healthy balance there. So just, you know, maybe it's about starting off small, and then increasing that. The stronger you get, the more you're able to identify other self-care practices that you can incorporate in. Maybe you're journaling, or maybe you finally decide to write that book because you have that little extra time now. So yeah, there's ways that you can make this an easier process for you, and not like just go cold turkey, essentially. So we have Kali with nothing stays the same, and now allow new light to shine on old darkness. Okay, so I feel like also there's again this message of clarity and shining the light on things that need to be adjusted and changed. And you can do that in a way that is appropriate from your perspective, right? It's like, again, you don't have to just cut everything off immediately. You can kind of go through a little bit of a process here and allow yourself to adjust to this new version of you and to this new environment. And again, you will find other ways, you will find new blessings that come your way to fulfill those things that you left behind, because they're no longer serving you. So now allow things that do serve you to come in and come to you. And you can do that in balance, and you can do that in your own time. Okay? All right, Aries, so those are the messages I have for you. Please like, share, subscribe, and let me know how this resonates. Thanks for watching. Take care.